Super. Everybody, thank you for connecting. Thank you for watching. I am absolutely thrilled to be with Wolfgang Sonnenburg. Now, we are in Los Angeles, so he spared me a little bit of time, so thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
So it's amazing to be in a sunny time. Now, so Wolfgang is born in Germany, but he's traveled around the world, and he's a global entrepreneur, but a massive outside box thinker. It's amazing. And so Wolfgang has had an interesting career and very diverse. He started as a lawyer, then managing director for a tax consultancy company, and then worked in different diverse network marketing companies. Working more in the health and wellness business, so two different worlds, we could definitely say. And he is also the author of, he's written many books, but the latest one that he has written is Better the Whole World Against Me Than My Soul. If you guys have not read it, you guys have to read it. An Unconventional Way of Being a Millionaire. Wolfgang loves and has an ownership for helping others. He really wants them to find their true self, emotionally and economically. So, thank you very much, Wolfgang. Before we go into, you also, apart from your diverse background, you also do Winspiration Day. You've started that in 2013 on the 7th of May.
2003.
2003, sorry, was it 2013? 2003. So why did you decide to create Winspiration Day? Why on the 7th of May?
Well, first of all, it started not on the special day, but
Okay.
to be inspired is a very important thing, but also be inspired to win means being inspired in the kind of direction. So your life should have a direction
Yes.
where you go, and not just like a sailboat and just depending on the wind where you're going. So have a course in your life, and it should be aligned, like you said, with the purpose, have your North Star where you're going. And my consulting company has the name Win-Win, so it's inspiring to win. And the personal slogan I'm using is winning for life. It's not just about winning in life, it's about winning for life. So is it really what we do at a personal level, family, business, society, is this really good for the humankind? So that is important. How do we develop? Where are we going? Is this really a constructive future activity, what we do? That is also, that is inspired to win, be happy for the future. That's why one of the books is also titled The Best Is Yet to Come.
Yes,
because we're just on a way from where we come, having no consciousness, afraid of thunder and lightning, a thought, oh, God is punishing us. And more the understanding that we have the power to create ourselves, but that means not only on the individual level, we decide how society is. So we all have a responsibility also.
What is the next sort of challenge for you? What's the next step that you want to get to?
Oh, there's a lot of things. What's coming back to Winspiration is about getting at least 2 billion people celebrating on the 7th of May. The 7th of May, that was
Yes.
one of your questions, why 7th? So it developed first, I started the first Winspiration Day on the 1st of May, and we're looking always for a weekend, because in the beginning it was just a kind of seminar day. But it's like Christmas or Valentine's Day, it's good to have the date.
Yes, the day.
So then we decided also going for the 7th of May. And at first was this kind of melody, 7th of May is Winspiration Day.
Yes.
Okay, that works. But also 7 is a holy number, there's a lot of whatever spiritual thinking behind.
Okay.
And you know, if you look at the news, you get so much, sorry to say it, shit.
Yes, I do agree.
And it is not really informing you, because you need to get the word, information, in which form should bring you the news. And it is incredible what they're doing is just scaring people. More and more people are afraid of the future. But we're living in the best time ever. We had never a time with so much peace.
Okay.
Even if you get the different feeling in the news, but the facts on planet Earth are totally different.
Yes.
And if you see, we are now reaching up to 8 billion people. And so Winspiration has a very important target as to get the information about the truth and the real fact more in the awareness of people. Because then you will be excited about the future.
Yeah.
Get rid of fear. Fear is anyway a fantasy, false evidence appearing real, or whatever you want to say it. It's just a fantasy about the future. Because in the moment, everything is fine. So why fear? People mix fear and danger.
Yes.
Yeah. So and
They're
that's
two different.
the two different things. We're not in danger.
No.
We're just fantasizing
Yes.
fears, and the future is so good. So we could, like I said, we could create the dream future you want to have. And if on the 7th of May, like now we are sitting in
Yes.
LA, and yesterday I talked with people here. Just imagine the 7th of May, all good movements in LA would show up and be seen. It will blow us away how much good is already on the planet Earth. Yeah, because like this book you mentioned here, there is a page where I write about a fence in Gaza. On one side is a Muslim mom with a little child.
Yes.
And the dream is, can live my kid in the future in peace and be happy. On the other side of the fence is a Jewish mom and with a kid, and what if my child could live in the future happy and peaceful? But what they are doing, they're training them with the old stuff, the old paradigms. That's why we also were here at the paradigm shift, because this is the main thing. We have sometimes ideas, but our old programming
stops us from getting where we want to go.
And that's why we need to understand more that we are capable to create us new. And that, by the way, is the incredible time we are living in. Evolution is a slow process.
Yep.
But yesterday also I talked with people here, we're just at a body hacking conference. We are starting to create us new. There's a book out, Homo Deus now, from a professor from Jerusalem, Professor Harari, and he's pointed us also out. And it's this modern technology, whatever. We start now to decide how we want to be. And it's just, if you have a ship here, if you have this, or whatever, we start with handicapped people to help them.
Yes.
But now the healthy one thing, how do I hack my body? What is the best for me? How do I go in a different shape? And I guess your main audience is more younger people.
More millennials.
So you change your thing, or one of the challenging question is, do we need to die? If you ever think you need to die, why you came up with this thought? It's just because other people did it.
Yeah.
Someone told you.
Yeah.
Is this really true? Did you ever thought about that?
Yeah.
And even if you think that it's okay to die, so what is the right age to die?
Yeah. Well,
So the modern hacker says 200, 300, that might be the right number now.
Okay.
Modern science, the school science says, we are made for 120 to 150 years. But our paradigm is 70 or 80 years old.
Yes.
But it's a paradigm, and it's not the truth. I have to fight it against now. My next birthday is 66.
Ooh.
So, but I'm living in a community. Nice, they want to caring. So every month I get a letter for senior. They invite me for senior singing, painting, whatever. Because the old people have no clue what to do.
Of course.
Yeah.
They've got nothing to do and no work, etc.
Yes, and I just feel maybe I have just passed by my midlife crisis. So I'm just starting businesses new and everything.
Start new fresh. And that's actually why you actually wrote the book, no? In some sense, it's a rebirth of paradigms, of finding where you want to go. So this actually is just perfect.
Yes, and really understanding, the more we quantum physics, we understand time is a so-called fourth dimension.
Yes.
Yeah, and the super people, science says, maybe there are 12 dimensions, hard to think. But the chronological age, the time age, It's just a fantasy. What just you get a stamp.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, yeah.
The mental and the biological age is important. Like a car. It doesn't matter if it was built 100 years ago.
Yeah,
If you take care of it, it still runs.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe you need to put a
Tweak it a little bit,
GPS
yes.
in or something.
Update it, upgrade
update
it.
it somehow, and maybe it will be not the fastest. Like the millennials now have different brains.
Yes.
Yeah, well, so whatever. But it has nothing to do that the 100-year-old car need to die.
Yeah, no, you can just
Yes.
start new fresh, and as long as
Yes.
in your mind, I
Yes.
think the mind is so powerful that you can decide. Your body is the same, but your brain is so powerful.
Yes. Oh, the mantra is changing always a little bit.
Okay.
Because what is now the next challenge?
Yes.
So okay, this is, but I simply can say what we just said. I am creating myself. We create our society. Always thinking I'm not a victim.
Yes.
And don't, even if you understand I'm not a victim, I don't want to be lazy because it's a creating process as well. Yeah. So it's just always be creating, and then maybe one more. Because when I was young, I was more looking at making money and everything, but I learned on the way you can be healthy and you can be sick. A lot of people say health is the most important. I disagree, because the most important is really time. You can lose health and sickness, become sick and be healthy again. You can lose money, you can make money again, and all is possible. But the time on this level is gone.
Yes.
And so we don't know how we live, when we die, how much is left. And we are not only deciding it, you can have an accident, whatever.
Yeah, no, you can't. Time doesn't have a
everything
time
is
limit, yeah.
possible. So if you not filling your time with high priorities, it will be filled with low priorities. If you're not filling your time, someone else will fill your time.
Yes.
So if you really understand this, I want to fill my time. Where I'm trading my time for, is this high priorities, and is it creation?
Yep.
This is always an investment. We're thinking investments only in money.
Yeah.
But my
But it's
time,
actually,
what I'm doing, is this an investment for the future? Or is it wasting time? I need to kill the time or whatever. Gosh, it's the worst thing that can happen. Your life.
If you have something in your mind and you want to do it, well then work to get there.
Yes.
Because tomorrow may not be promised. Yesterday is gone.
Yes.
So do what you have to do. I totally agree with that.
And
That's
anyway, you only can live really in the present.
Yes.
Yeah, don't wait.
Yeah.
Not until I'm in pension, then I
Yes,
start
then
to
I
live.
will work, or I will
Yes.
start my company when I have enough money aside. No, jump. Get
Yes.
to where you want to go. It
Yeah.
may take you time, but at least do those baby steps in order to get to where you want to go.
Yes.
I totally agree.
And be aware when you say, I wait for pension, I wait for money, or and then. But in between, you're programming yourself,
Yes.
waiting. Even if the time comes then, you're not capable because you're not trained. It's like, okay, in 20 years, I start training my body.
Yeah.
But what happened in the 20 years if you're not training your body till then? It will be tough starting then to train your body.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, powerful. Definitely. Wow, that's because I even like it in your book. You actually you also have these small little habits, or no, what is it? It's this page, meditation. So you explain about meditation, self-determination, but you give small little nuggets on how you can improve every day and how you can implement them, which is pretty amazing. A small little book, but it's powerful for you to.
Yeah, and
get
just where you
nuggets.
mentioned meditation, if I'm allowed to
Yes,
add.
please do.
I think it's a lot of misunderstanding. At
Yes.
least I
Well, tell me.
experience
No,
it.
definitely, tell
Oh,
me.
I need to be a yogi now or whatever, and there's no thoughts and blah, 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 blah. So no, you should have a goal in meditation.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's like Winspiration. It's always you need to have a goal. Even those people who say don't have a goal, that's a goal to have not a goal. Just be aware. But the main thing is and that's especially for the young people. You have so many influences from outside.
Yes.
And the main thing in the meditation is to meet yourself, that you can make right decision. Because who is deciding? The society is, if you have in your head the shoulds, I should do this, I must do this, and that is just created ego or other people's habits or whatever. But to really decide what is mine, which way I should go, there you need to feel yourself. You know, I shared also in this book the simple idea I was born as an apple, but unfortunately in a peach family. So they were nice somehow. They tried to make a nice peach out of me because they had no clue about apples. Yeah. So they sent me to peach kindergarten, to peach school, and everything. But on the way, I felt I'm not okay.
Yeah, you're not.
So
you're
then
not
I
a peach.
tried to adjust it. Okay, and I'm peach. And the day I discovered I was an apple, okay, what do I do now?
Yeah.
Forget it all and go on as peach because this is the way I know.
Yeah, yes.
But this is the key of meditation, to figure out who am I.
Yes.
No, I'm not a peach. In young years this is difficult because in the childhood you're
still trying to figure yourself out and
you create a kind of survival strategy. But later in life, all the decisions, and if you go in the end, there's a book out, The 5 Regrets of the Dying.
Yes.
And the main thing what people in the end regret is, I didn't live my true self.
And that is
so meditation
true.
is about just, is it my true self?
Yes.
And decide from there.
So going back to the millennials, you probably did say, but what would your advice be then to give them?
And when I use
one
as an
word.
apple example, find out what true
Find
fruit you really, really are.
Find out what true
I was born, I don't know if you have this today, but my dad liked to say just what neighbors think about you. But later I found out it was not about me, it was what they think about him, having a boy like that.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's not important what they think about you. I don't want to be religious, but one day I got it. If there is a God, I think it's more important what he thinks about me than my dad.
Yes.
So the real boss is, we just attended the seminar with Bob Proctor, Paradigm Shift. If you talk at energy, universal laws or whatever, be aligned with the real truth, with the real law. And always get an awareness what is man-made laws and what is really natural or higher laws. That is what Martin Luther King was all about. Okay. Yeah, he says there are higher laws and man-made laws, and if they are not aligned, we always come in trouble.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
Okay. So be aligned with yourself, guys. It's about you. That's all.
Yeah.
So you have been very successful in various different companies, and you've also been one particular company you've been able to reach that 1 million mark, 1 million euro mark. What was?
It was a special bonus.
It was a special bonus, but how did
more
you?
Millions at the
well, probably no,
session.
you did after that.
Yeah.
But how did you achieve it? What was your mindset at that time?
The simple thing, especially in the English language,
Yes.
common sense is unfortunately not that common. So I went just in this business and had no clue about the business,
Okay.
but about the laws.
Okay.
So I just focused on common sense, and not what other people say how you should do the business.
Powerful.
Because if you really aligned, especially if you can meditate, if you understand quantum physics, if you can understand the non-zero field, the super conscious field, or whatever some call it hyper room or whatever, all wisdom, everything is there. So if you just figure out what is it.
Okay.
So my core belief is you don't need to teach a child, a baby, to be curious.
No. Indeed.
You don't need to make science plant please grow. Every plant will grow to the sun. It's just about the environment.
Very true.
So my only focus was then what kind of environment I need to create. And it's a simple philosophy, Mr. Liebig, who invented the fertilizer. He looked at the plant and said, what needs a plant to grow? And sometimes you see you need to pour water on it. But then when you see the plant is growing with water,
Yeah.
and now it stops, what is the next step to do? Pour more water?
Yes.
Maybe not. You
Yeah,
kill the
no,
plant
yeah.
because that's not the limiting factor.
Yeah.
So what is now the next limiting factor? That the plant grows by itself.
Yeah.
And that can be light,
Yeah.
can be temperature,
Or talking to it too. Giving it
energy,
love. Yes.
yeah. Or he figured out, oh, if there's some nutrition's missing in the ground, that's the way he came with the idea of the fertilizer.
Okay.
But understanding there are different reasons why something is blocking.
Yes.
There is a bottleneck, cybernetic bottleneck, why it's not growing. So if you just learn to focus on that,
Then we should
what
have
was the problem? So I had nothing else to do with common sense.
Okay.
Go there and check. And just focus and try to feel what is this cybernetic bottleneck now? I need to solve that it grows.
Okay.
It's simple another story. There was a couple, she was never in the business, he owned the business, and now he died. And everybody thought she will sell the company because she never. Well, what did she do? She went in, brought all the people together and says, what do we do here? What works? What doesn't work?
Yes.
Okay, let's skip all what doesn't work. And the company flourished.
Yeah. 'Cause
It
you're
is
getting different
partly
people.
so simple, but we don't do the simple things.
Because
we don't
it doesn't
do the right
come
things.
to mind. Yes.
We are trained to do the easy things, not the right
Yes.
things.
How to get to easy from A to
Yes.
B, where you could go.
Like in school, we are trained to have the right answer, but not the right question.